Well, I didn't catch her much of anything, did I? So my new next door neighbors have been arguing quite loudly all night. There's my Benz, and right next to it, I think that's her Lincoln Town Car. I think that's a Lincoln Town Car. It needs a new vinyl top. The vinyl top is trashed, but it's got the potential to be a nice car, although I wouldn't want anything that gets such god-awful mileage in today's economy. It looked like there was going to be some violence right behind some domestic violence right behind my apartment. I did hear her screaming, threatening, hey, don't, or, well, threatening is not the right word. I did hear her saying, hey, don't you dare take my car, don't you dare take my car. I mean, I have no idea what the legal owner of the car is. I don't know. But I did hear her say that. And I've been hearing this couple, like, yelling at each other late at night for quite a while. Which is saying something, because I live in a really old building. It was built in the early 1950s. And it's really good at insulating sound. Like there's between each unit, the walls between each unit are cinder block with a layer of wooden slats and plaster. So it's you got to be loud for me to hear you. And mind you, I've been hearing them in my bedroom, which is at the opposite end of my apartment. So I'm hearing them through the cinder block wall, through my living room and kitchen, and then down the hall, and then through all my interior walls in my apartment. Kind of thought I'd hear a little bit more outside here because the front windows are kind of thin. You can hear what's going on in people's apartments in front of the building more than you can in adjacent apartments. But it seems to have been stopped. So I haven't had these neighbors for very long, maybe 2 months. Prior to that, there was this young Hispanic couple that was there. They were very sweet people. Now, granted, I didn't talk to them very much, but I did appreciate the fact that they had a security camera that was recording pretty much 24/7 in the back window that overlooked looked over the carport. And it overlooked the carport, and anytime there'd been shenanigans with my cars, over here where my Benz is, their camera caught it. So I was getting ready to make a video. It wasn't going to be about this. But God, they just got so loud, and then I heard them come out the back door, and she's in tears. So rewind to yesterday morning. By the way, it's I'm not sure the day and the date. I'm not sure the day and the date, and I can't check the time. I'm on Obamaphone 3, so I can't even check the time, which sucks. I mean, I know how I would check the time, but it pops up on a part of the screen that no longer displays anything. So I want to say it's around 3:30 in the morning. I'll try to put the precise time that this video started based on the metadata when I upload it. It's early Wednesday morning, late Tuesday night, and earlier this morning, holy crap, I need to wash my Benz. It is starting to seriously look like an abandoned vehicle. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, I need to take care of this Benz. I'm neglecting this Benz in a big way. Anyway, I've got this table here, and not a whole lot to say about that table. It's something I found in the alley maybe a year ago. Most interesting thing that I recall happening with that table is, the neighbors were so hysterical when they went in the door that there's someone walking in the alley. So, wow, that was him. They both had just gone in together. I thought they went in together. I don't know. Maybe they came out so frantic that he's. I don't know. I think y'all could see though in the video that the window was the curtains were hanging out the window. So he just came back in alone. Oh, they're yelling at each other again now. God, I've never been a busybody neighbor. I'm not that guy. But so anyway, go back to the situation, or the table. So completely separate story. It was one time I was with my daughter, Allison, and we were pulling up in the Saturn. And apparently some homeless people had tried to steal that table. It's stone. It's stone and steel. It weighs a fucking ton. And somebody, I guess, had tried to steal it, and they got it as far as the front of my parking spot. And decided, fuck this is heavy. So Allison and I had to basically stop the car. I'm pretty sure I was driving the Saturn. Stop the Saturn in the alley, and then carry the table back to its regular spot, and carry it back to its regular spot. And it hasn't moved since. Anyway, getting sidetracked by that. What had happened with the table this morning is my best friend, the one with the bitchin' Camaro. We attempted, it's no secret on YouTube that my kitchen is disgusting, so I'll actually turn on the light. I tend to leave all the lights off just so I don't have to look at all of this. But we attempted to fix this scooter. If you go back to my vlog, November of 2021, I'm pretty sure I was vlogging by then. This scooter features pretty prominently in it for a few days. He had helped me get it back, rebuild it. As you can probably tell, it's built with mostly parts from abandoned rental scooters. And anyway, this morning, we were attempting to get the scooter running again. I'm pretty sure the problem with it is that inside it, you've got a motor controller right here, and then there's a connection there, and then the batteries are down below. And I'm reasonably sure that the cabling between the motor controller and the battery has become loose, because the last time I checked it, plugged it in. Of course, now when I hit the button, it doesn't show me anything on the battery mirror, but it was, when I plug it in, it would tell me that it was fully charged, and it was nearly fully charged when I was riding it. But I kind of went over some rough pavement, and then it just suddenly stopped working after me riding it nonstop for like 3 days. So, but I haven't attempted to just, life became too much, as per always. And then, of course, this kitchen got really disgusting. It was cluttered before that, but just, saying. Corey and I were trying to work on it this morning. And I made the mistake of, we needed more tools than I have. Like, he brought some tools, and I looked through some of my tools, but most of my tools are just scattered all over the place because I'm not good at putting things away, and I really do need a better toolbox. That thing's like a dollar store piece of crap. But yeah, there's a recessed right there. So apparently when I was doing this, the extended battery pack, I lost the bolt that goes in there. Just completely lost it. So I put it together with a zip tie, which is kind of tacky. And this one is in it, but apparently when I put it in so damn tight that I stripped out the head. And it's because it's a previous rental, it's a security Torx, which of course is recessed. Now I do have the tools for that. In fact, I bought a whole freaking set of them. We had a hard time finding the one that I needed for that, because of course we pull the set out and there's one empty hole in it. That's never a good sign with a set of things like that. But so we pull the. Anyway, I went searching and I found, as you see, there's some tools on the floor here, and in this general area, I found the missing socket, went to it. Anyway, that thing is, I over tightened it, and now the head is stripped. And I think the only way I'm going to be able to get it out is by drilling it out. So anyway, what happened with that is we're working on it. As you can see, the insert of my apartment is cluttered, nasty, and there's no room for working on nothing in here. So working out here. I mean, that's kind of the whole purpose of this table, is sort of have a. I bumped a button on my phone. I was so worried I stopped the recording. Is to have a nice workspace. Kind of when it's not too terribly hot outside. So we were doing this about 6 o'clock in the morning. And I could kind of hear them. Like I heard the neighbors yelling at each other prior to that, and I heard them. Yeah, I heard them yelling at each other prior to that, and I heard them before my friend showed up, and after I went for that long walk looking for the old hooker who had been my companion for a few days. She hasn't returned, by the way, and I intend to talk more about that in the next video. But anyway, I'm still kind of cleaning up mess left behind by her, although I can't complain about the beans and the 2 chimichangas in the oven, which are disgusting and I need to throw them away. I can't really complain about that. I think she had asked about that, and I'd asked her to leave them there. And my intention was that I was going to eat them like the next day. But plans changed. I completely forgot they were in there, and I just noticed they were in there in the wee hours of the morning today. Noticed they were in there. So, yeah, I need to clean that up. In fact, I need to clean my whole kitchen. It's just, there's no, I mean, I can say it's because I'm depressed. I can say it's because I'm overwhelmed. And it's not that those things aren't true, but I really, really need to just get over that, clean it. And at some point, I either need to get back to work, or if I've been let go from Amazon, try and find me another job or something, because obviously I'm not going to live without income for very long at all. I mean, can you hear it? Yeah, they're back to yelling at each other out loudly. For all my frustration with Priscilla, and God knows I've been venting about that shit for ages at length, for all the problems that we have, I can't say that that's really ever been one of them. We've never really... And that's part her, that's part me. We've never been a kind of couple that yells at each other like that. Or, I just I get silent when I'm upset at somebody. I generally speaking, I might blow up a little bit loudly, and then I'm done, and I have nothing more to say. And I got this bag of clothes up here that was given to me by a homeless woman last night. I intend to talk about more about that later. I think I want to put on one of those shirts that she gave me. She gave me some nice shirts. I like this one. You can't catch what you can't see. Yeah, put on that one. I was trying to charge the other phone. I'm on Obamaphone 3 right now, by the way. Obamaphone 4 on the charger. It's up to 56%. I was hoping I would get it a little better than that by now. I just keep blocking my... Hi, Sambo. I'm not feeding you right now. It's not time. Yeah, I was hoping to put it in a... I forgot what I was saying. Damn. I was hoping something. That's all I can remember is I was hoping. Hoping and wishing and praying. Da 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 da. That looks like the lemonade that the old hooker made. She made some really nice lemonade out of like some kind of mix that she found in my cupboard. There we go, Country Time lemonade mix. I got to give her credit. She moved stuff around in the cupboards and she made some... She fed me stuff that was here. And I've been like, oh, I don't have any food or any way to prepare food. And she cleaned up the stove. I mean, didn't clean it up, but she managed to fry. At first I was freaking out because of the smell. Being kind of on the spectrum, I'm very easily triggered by smells and sounds, sensory stuff. And she, the smell of frying with oil, cooking oil, is something that kind of triggers me. So I don't ever want to have that, like to have that around me. Oh, this shirt is too small. Damn. And it's got such a cool print too. Fuck. Oh, that sucks. I was really looking forward to wearing that. Can't believe how many clothes she gave me. It's kind of funny, this guy that was like hanging. So I'm going to talk about the homeless chick later. I appreciate that. So which homeless chick? Try to get him straight. This point, I've got 2 homeless chicks in my life. It's so confusing. The old hooker who was here for a couple of days, and she, she said she was going to do some cleaning. I believe I think she kind of tried. I feel like she made more of a mess than she actually cleaned up, all things considered. But definitely my stove looks better than it did. So. I hear you, Sambo, but I can't see you because it's dark. So I'm bummed that shirt doesn't fit. The rest of the bag from here. Okay, that's the shirt with my old cat shadow on it. This is something that Priscilla made for me. Priscilla made that. She's been learning, has a vinyl cutter and learning how to make shirts. And wow, I've let it get crumpled up, which isn't good for the vinyl printing shadow. So sure if I let it fine, it'll be flat. I thought there were more shirts in here. She had a stripy one. I didn't really like this one, but she just insisted. She, the homeless chick that gave me this, not the old hooker homeless chick, but the one I met last night that I haven't talked about before. Ooh, this shirt feels nice. And it fits good. It's not really my style. It's like stripes. It's not really my style. Yeah, I'm giving Sambo fit, but to be honest, I can't remember when I last fed him. I kind of look at it this way. If Sambo's whining about food and Sheba isn't, they're fine. Because I can feed Sambo, and like an hour later, he's whining, wanting me to feed him. So he's kind of a greedy little shit. Sheba won't do it until she's really hungry. Like if I'm getting it from Sheba, like it's, and I can't remember when I last fed them. It's definitely time to feed them. So anyway, I'm pretty sure I've fed them within the last 24 hours. So I'm sure he's not starving. He's just kind of a whiny little shit. Brush out my hair. Imagine I look atrocious right now. So I must be looking kind of like a homeless person, because it seems like at this point they're kind of treating me as one of their own, which is bizarre to say the least. Do I look okay? I guess I look okay. I feel like I look okay. Hair's reasonably combed out. Beard's not too out of control. Actually, this shirt doesn't look too bad on me. It's not really my style. I'm not really one for wearing stripes, especially not horizontal stripes, but it seems to fit pretty good. Got worse shirts. At this point, I still got roughly 2/3 of my wardrobe. I've still got roughly 2/3 of my wardrobe inside my Saturn, which of course Rob didn't finish today. Is anybody surprised by that? God, I was telling my friend who was over here helping me fix the scooter. It was the same friend who was driving me around the other day. Just the fact that he got me to Rob's shop and that I was able to see that Rob did indeed get my car out of impound and he had it sitting on his lot like that. The level of load off my shoulders that was is huge. There's what's left of the busted up iPhone. Can't unlock that screen, but I can see that it's 3:52 a.m. and then it's Wednesday, May 7th, and I can scroll through all my push through messages. It's been over a month that's not been usable. Oh, and I got my new backpack. It does seem to be better built than this last one. It doesn't have that cool MKE5. I love the MKE5 Kenosha, Wisconsin logo with the lighthouse. Like, I don't know. There must be a lighthouse in Kenosha. I don't know anything about Kenosha other than of course, the saga of Kyle Rittenhouse, which I think is awesome. But this one here, it just has the Amazon logo with the smile, and it says SAT2 in very plain printing that you almost can't see. But the important thing is I'm noticing that the back, it seems to be a lot better built. Like, it's got where the straps are, it's got a separate piece. Like this one here just has the vinyl coming together and then that lip, and of course it all came apart right there. Whereas this one here has a piece of like strapping built into it. Anyway, it looks substantially better built, even if it is way more boring. And so I'm feeling a lot more positive about it. Shut it, Sambo. Feeling a lot more positive that it will feel a lot more positive that it will hold up. More positive that it will hold up going to work and back. Assuming that I'm going back to work and back. Pretty bold assumption right now. I've still had no contact with Amazon. I'm still getting, and I got an email today regarding employee benefits, so I'm going to assume that's a good sign. The shouting coming out of the neighbor's apartment seems to have stopped. I'm going to go on my way. It's, wow, 25 minutes of video right now. Well, I tell you, my channel might be heading for the the most low quality content on a single YouTube channel award. Kind of funny. Lately I've been getting in my algorithm feed, which is hysterical to me. I'm getting these YouTube videos about how to make a better YouTube channel, how to grow your YouTube channel, which it's pretty obvious I'm not really making any effort to have a better YouTube channel or grow my YouTube channel. I mean, I have been making some shorts lately. I mean, that's something I've been doing for a long time. It's just a matter of me having the time to just lay and edit out a less than 1 minute vertical segment of one of my videos that is of good enough quality. I think somebody might actually want to watch it out of context. And but I mean, that's something I've been doing for a long time, and those are getting views, you know. But anyway, there was this one that I watched about somebody using services to basically fake the growth of your channel to get your channel to the point that it's monetized. And I'm not even sure, like as I've said many times, the goal of this channel has never been monetization. I mean, if suddenly I got an income stream from YouTube, that'd be amazing. Not gonna lie. But the goal of this YouTube channel has never, ever been to create quality content, or to grow the channel or monetize the channel. The goal of this YouTube channel from day one, even before I started my vlog, was just to post personal thing, because I used to have a successful YouTube channel. I don't think I've talked about that in quite some time. I used to have a fairly successful YouTube channel called Dan the Taxi Man. Initially, I started that. I wanted it to be content about. My initial goal on that was to be content about transportation, which has been a part of my vlog. Have you noticed I'm interested in transportation? Has anybody noticed that? Yeah, duh. So, yeah, but, but I mean, I was wanting to have like proper, like well done, produced videos about that, and maybe some stories about things that happen in my cab, which I've said a few stories about stuff that's happened in my cab, and God, I should really do that. Because I've had some crazy interesting shit happen as a cab driver over the years. So I was going to do some stories about the cab, and I was also thinking about maybe being a cab driver again and putting some cameras in the cab and doing that kind of content. That's what the Dan the Taxi Man YouTube channel was supposed to be about. I never, ever made any of that kind of content on there. I don't recall. What I ended up putting on there, and I do have another channel for this kind of content now, but I'm doing zero work on it because it's just a copyright infringement minefield that I don't want to deal with. But what I ended up using that channel for, but I just never changed the name of it, was karaoke tracks and official music videos and edits of official music videos. And it grew. It was, in fact, when it got pulled for copyright infringement, I was about, and that was when I was a juicer for Lime a few years back. That channel was at just under 10,000 subscribers. I could have monetized it. I didn't try to monetize it because I thought because technically I had no 99% of that content. I was not the copyright holder, and I figured as long as I kept it as a non-monetized channel, there wasn't really too much they could say other than, hey, take it down if they didn't like it. They couldn't really say, hey, well, he's profiting from our content, because I wasn't. I was just doing it out of a love for karaoke and a love for music. So I was really bummed when that channel got taken down. Now this channel, Daniels, got started when that channel was still kind of going in its heyday. And basically this channel was kind of a place to put stuff that I didn't feel belonged there with the direction that channel was going. and that consisted of when I started, and those things are still on there. Just straight audio streaming tracks. I didn't want to put that on the Dan the Taxi Man channel. All the straight, anything that was a straight song on there was a music video. So this channel seemed more appropriate for, I don't know about appropriate for that, but I want to put it in a different place, especially since the bulk of what I was trying to focus on was streaming tracks, which they're still on. I mean, I still think my most viewed video on this channel is just an audio streaming track of the song "Torn" by Edna Swap, from their self-titled, their first full-length album, which is not, by the way, the original version of "Torn." They actually recorded earlier versions than that. But anyway, I think that's the most viewed video on this channel still. Anyway, and I've got that entire Edna Swap. I'm a huge fan of Edna Swap and Ann Preven. Just all the stuff I've talked about music, I don't think on any of my vlog I've ever really talked about my love for the band Edna Swap. But I have 2 full-length albums of hers on there. I've got the first Edna Swap album just because it wasn't about putting up Torn, it was about putting up that album, because that album, due to record contractual label shit, is not on any streaming platform whatsoever. So I put that album up, and then I also put up her next band that she made after that, when she kind of reformed with some different members, as Antenna. I've got that full-length album there. Now, that album was never properly released. At one point, it was available as a download on her website, and it was supposed to be released on Sony Music, Columbia Records, and they just shelved it. They kept pushing the release date back. They never released it. It was supposed to come out around the year 2000. It's a phenomenally great album. If you haven't listened to that, if you go to my channel, go to playlists, there is a playlist for that full album. Love every song on that album. That album, I really believe that album was released in 2000. It would have been huge. But anyway, so that's why I started a couple personal videos, and then I was kind of trying to focus the music streaming I was putting up on there to rep local Arizona bands. Starting this vlog was something that I did. I forget when I started. It feels like it's been over 2 years. In fact, it's probably going closer to 3 at this point. Damn it! I've been watering the. I hate it I hate how they have the sprinklers here to where it waters the goddamn path somewhere in my flats, and it's dangerous walking on wet pavement. I never did clean up my toe from yesterday either. So anyway, oh man, lost my train of thought. Shit. Wet pavement. That's all it takes, when you have the mental issues I have. It's a little wet pavement. Train of thought is lost. Went to. Oh, yeah. So anyway, my mental health kind of comes and goes. Sometimes it's worse than others. And sometimes I'm very high functioning to the point you'd never think I have any mental illness at all. And other times I'm getting arrested or being held in investigative custody, as it were, last week. I definitely need to get my court date on my radar so I don't miss it and it doesn't go to a warrant, because I really do want to fight that case. I haven't really talked. I've talked about it some on my vlog, but I haven't gotten a lot of detail. But I don't know whether I'm in the right or whether